Half it like him. And hello, it's Fo, and welcome back to Turbine City. Last time we'd made it past the 100,000 population mark. I'm going to continue on today, try and get a little further past it. Going to keep expanding the city out. Try and fill what we've got so far, spaced out for our 6 squares. Just checking out a couple of views of the city here. There's a second zoo. So we're going to get in. Last time we de-zoned some of this area around our train station up at the top. What we're going to do is de-zone a little bit more to try and move the commercial down to where we want it, down near our airport and our other train station. We can de-zone some of this and maybe change it across to residential. I think there's enough gap between here and the train tracks. So we'll change out some of this commercial we've got set up. We can replace where we've taken away some of the high density stuff. Where we've got these gaps now, we can get these filled in with some low density commercial. That'll hopefully keep the demand up a little bit for the commercial, so we can keep it getting built in where we want it. In this area over next to our oil industry stuff, we've got some free space. We've got the train track right here to set up another station, so we can set up a passenger station here, get it connected up, and then we can perhaps make a new little neighbourhood over here. That'll mean there's plenty more workers for our industry areas. Saves us from unlocking another tile before we need to as well. I'm gonna get the bird and bee haven in here. It's something I've been wanting to place in the city. I don't think the pollution from our industry area is gonna have any sort of effect. You can see we've got a couple of assets we can't place yet because we need to achieve certain things. Might pull up a save of the city at some point and destroy it in order to get these milestones to unlock these things. We can maybe place the observation tower because it helps us with our parks and plazas. Has an effect on them, so it does look a little bit like an airport asset, so we can place it here next to the airport. Maybe draw some visitors to this area as well. We've got the eye monster as a workshop thing. Much like the Marshmallow Man, it can watch over your population, keep them behaving right. And it's only 1 square big for in terms of placing it, so it's nice and easy to find a place for it. And it's suspended over the city. We've also got some of these content creator items, these unique buildings. The Nanotechnology Center looks pretty cool. They're all sort of interesting shaped buildings. This is the high-tech content creators pack. This space shuttle launch site is much smaller than the other one we've got available. It's a sort of SpaceX themed one. So we get this one placed over here. I like this star-shaped building as well, the software development studio. Get that placed across the road. A few more interesting buildings over in this area. Maybe place something else like the City Hall. We get that next to the train station. Be another feature, another reason for people to come over here and visit. We can get some tourism industry buildings set up. If we mark out a little area for them around here. Get some roads in so we can get zoning. Build up this area as a nice new neighbourhood. Get some hotels and things in here for all the visitors. And then like we've done before, we can sort of line the area where we're going to have our noisy commercial. Have it backed up with slightly less noisy commercial. Get another incinerator in for all the trash we're going to generate around here. hospital for any industrial accidents or otherwise. And just get the standard healthcare buildings, the elder care and the child care. I think most sort of areas where you're going to have residential need these sort of core service buildings in. I've got some zoned out. Can maybe get the timer going again, start the game up, see people come in and build in this new area. We've got a little bit over here as well, since it's far enough away from everything else. Probably want another fire station over here. I don't think there's another police station apart from up at the oil industry base, so pop that in for extra cover. We want to get a couple of schools in here as well. We get a high school up in here. Get some power connected across to them before we start the simulation and realize we've forgotten it. Looks like we've still got some old underground power cables we don't need anymore. I'll go around and delete any that we don't need anymore. I think we're ready to go. I'm going to change your observation tower to the Oak Tower since it's in Oak Square. Train station, we'll change that to the Oak Station. Get everything labelled up. Looks like we've got a fire going on in the oil industry. Could be a pretty big disaster. Yeah, I think maybe we can give them their own little fire station here. They're working hard, I think they deserve it. Still got some space, so we're gonna pop in a few more pumps. Got all these icons coming. When I click on some of them, it says they're not getting enough raw materials. Looks like our factories are not getting enough plastics. So we'll maybe pop in a few more buildings in our oil industry that process our oil into plastic. The petrochemical plant, I think, is the one that we want. Used up most of our space. Maybe extend the area just a tiny bit so we can get a few things in across the road. Make a bunch of these. Hopefully they'll start processing out plastic. Get a few more pumps in so they're not short of oil. Hopefully the trucks can drive straight from these down to the petrochemical plants. I've reduced our area back a little bit because we're never going to use all that for hotels, etc. Means we can focus more on housing and things in here. Got a few more small pumps in where we've got room. I'll try and make a couple more warehouses. Hopefully if we set up a couple more warehouses, it'll increase the demand. And in turn, our oil industry will make more. Our report's through. We lost more students again. This is a bit of a disaster. So we'll tell these to store plastics. Maybe if we set up one for unique factory products as well, it might increase the demand for unique factory products and it might get the factory spitting out more. Not quite sure how the industry DLC stuff all works. Previous attempts where I've put it in the city, it's worked better than this. I haven't had so many flashing icons popping up all the time. If we get these slightly larger warehouses, set them to unique factory products, it might have an effect. Yeah, generally my experience with the industry stuff has been sort of hit and miss. Trial and error. Maybe didn't make the oil industry area as big last time. I think it worked better last time I tried it. But we've got more areas to put industry stuff. We've got a few more areas filled with natural resources, so we can always come back and try and spread out the buildings a little bit. Try and get our second attempt at an oil industry working properly. We'll try tweaking a few things, see what the results are. We're just going to get some more roads in, get a few more paths in, do some paths up and over the roads, because we haven't done them for a while. We want to maintain the good path networks throughout the city. It's much like the traffic lights. We want to remember to stay on top of it. Better than demolishing somebody's home later down the line. I forgot down the side you can check to see how much noise is being produced by your industry areas and your high density commercial things like that. But you can use this view to see where you want to plan building houses. In this example, we know how far we can take our housing up to based on the noise from the industry areas and the warehouses. We can zone with a little more confidence that we're not going to get noise pollution. We've got 0 items in our unique factories warehouse, so wherever they're taking the products when they are making them, it's not down to these warehouses anyway. So I don't think that's a way to get them to perform better. It looks like we're getting in petroleum and plastics. I don't know if all of the unique factories are all vying for the same things, or if there's just a problem getting them in between here and there. Seems that the warehouses are getting the right things, but it's just not making it all the way to the unique factories. I'm not sure. Could be traffic, I could be missing something in the chain, I'm not sure. Perhaps if we empty the warehouses, they'll empty out all the plastics, and with the unique factories being so close by, that'll be the closest place for them to take them. I don't think it requires that much micromanagement to individually fill the warehouses and empty them again, but we'll try it. Plenty of time, all the time in the world to try things out, try and get it working properly. Try and use a couple more of these in-game parks rather than our big custom park. Our workshop park. A few of these dotted around. Have a carousel up here somewhere. Get it connected up with some nice paths. So using our guide to the noise pollution, we can safely get a bunch of housing popped in here. That'll help with our demand. Population is certainly steadily increasing. We haven't had the same problem that we had around about the 100,000 mark. Making plenty of money, so we can afford to up the budgets. Don't think we need to scrimp and save. We've got some light residential and commercial in now. This area is nicely taking shape. Just getting a few more healthcare buildings, death care, that sort of thing. Make sure the services are good. Get a large park popped in here. It's annoying me that it's not centered. Oh, we're going back up again. Back to acclaimed. So it does seem to be going up and down. The population's only going up, so I don't know if it's a problem with how close people are to schools. the number of people eligible to go to university might be changing, I don't know. Nothing seems any better from putting everything to empty. This one's full up. We had it on fill instead of empty. But it's just full up and there's nothing happening with it. So I don't think fill is the right thing. We've still not got anything in our unique factory products warehouse. It's just sitting there with nothing in it. Maybe balanced is the way forward. Yeah, it's not clear exactly how the industry stuff works. Certainly going through the glass. Maybe just turn them all back to balanced again. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing with it, so maybe just put them all back to balanced. This one down here, we can maybe get this one changed, so then all the plastics make it further up towards the unique factories. I'll change this one back to unique factory products. I don't think we're making enough to put in a warehouse, but I don't think we want to store all the plastic there. We want it right next to the factories if we can, I suppose. About half of them seem to be working. Seem to have a few icons coming up over here. Not enough goods to sell. Maybe we don't have enough generic industry because we focused on all this stuff. Maybe we need to put in some generic industry stuff just to make the standard goods to sell in our commercial areas. If we pop in a few areas of standard industry where we've got the space, we've got plenty of spaces unzoned. Maybe do it along here where the cargo train station is. That'll help move the products around to where they need to go. We can also specialise them to use the natural resources and specialise industry for ore and oil and that sort of thing. But if the commercial areas say not enough goods to sell, I think we just want standard industry, just to make general goods, as it were. We're doing not bad, we're up to 124k. Looks like our varsity sports teams are winning all over the place. It's keeping the citizens happy. But our growth has been fairly steady. It's not had any moments of sort of lulling or running back the other way. Needs are creeping back up again, our demand, so keep on doing a little more zoning. Trying not to over zone and wipe out the demand completely. This area up the top, it's pretty close to the wildlife park and everything else, all the noisy commercials, so I'll just sort of fill in this area with a few more health and death care services. Make sure everybody's covered. Try and maintain our 0-6 citizens. Also helps out in death waves when there's loads of dead bodies to pick up and there's not enough cemeteries, that sort of thing. Or you're emptying one at a time. So healthcare and death care, it's definitely better to have more than you need, I think. Get a little medical clinic in as well. Schools, as always, we're a little bit behind. Using more of this smaller high school now because it fits in better. We didn't put any schools in our new neighbourhood over here, so we'll get one of each there. Some extra coverage down here. Try and make sure everyone's got access to education. We're almost up at the 130k. We're doing pretty well. Sea Layla Wildlife Park leveled up on us again. It's now a race between the two zoos. See who's going to get up to 5 stars first. Looks like we've got a slight water shortage. Yeah, it might be time to up the budget a little bit. Don't know if it's quite time to pop in another set of water services. We are above 100%, so might want to do that rather than endlessly up in the budget. I think 2 of each should sort it out, outflow pipe and water pump. Get them in, get them connected. I can maybe get the budget turned back down a little bit for making more than enough. Try it out in 100%, see if that's good. I'd like to be a little further into the green. Maybe pop in 1 more of each to tide us over for the medium term. Up here should be fine. I don't think I need to go all the way down the bottom with this one. Don't want to cause flooding down at the bottom area of the map. All seems well. We're up to 130k. I'll let them fill up all this area that we've zoned out. Pop in a few more areas of industry since we've got demand for it. Before we go. Round the station seems the best place for it. Help with the cargo distribution network. Looks like our ore industries reached level 5. We've got access to the shipyard. That'll be for the end of our playthrough, I think. One of the last things we do when we get down to the coast, all the way at the other end of the map. Still got another 19 tiles before we get there. So hopefully popping in some more industrial is going to help. We do have a lot of commercial in the city, so they are going to need goods. Also got a couple more things unlocked to us, being level 5 with the ore industry. Let me get this raw mineral storage in. See if we can get one in across the road. A large ore mine, but I don't think that's going to fit in here. Maybe wait till the next ore area for that one. We made it all the way back above prestigious. Well, I think we need to make a second university at some point. I think that's maybe for the other side of the river. I think of the space we've got available to us, the Deanboy Institute is going to be too close. We'll give the grant, since that seems to do us well. We can try and maintain this level of reputation. Hopefully we can stay at prestigious. As long as it comes back to prestigious, if it goes down again, that'll be all good. Oh, and they're winning stuff. Hopefully a few of them are getting a bonus from their sponsors. We're going to leave it here today. We're almost at the 135,000. Don't think we need to hang on. We'll come back next time. We'll carry on, try and get to the end of these 6 tiles. Get everything zoned out, get the population up. I'm keen to get the second university up and going, so might look at getting another tile purchase as well. But until then, take it easy. I'll leave you with some nice cinematics. I'll see you in the next one.